Carmen. I am going to read your energetic signature. So when I went into your energy field, I heard the song playing, When You Wish Upon a Star. It's by Jiminy Cricket, and it's from the movie Pinocchio. And then I saw your energy body, and you were actually holding a star in your hand. Not necessarily the 5-pointed star, but a ball, if you will. Like the true form of a star, which is not really like a whole circular ball, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so when I was asking your energy body why she was holding it, all of a sudden we switched and I started speaking to a different incarnation of you. You were holding the star and you actually walked through it, like got really small and walked through, and then I saw you on the other side and you said, these are my portals. He said they cause a vibrational reaction. And then your whole entire body started lighting up. And you told me that they were much like vortexes that we have here on Earth, like Sedona in Hawaii, or Stonehenge, or the Egyptian pyramids. There's these specific places on Earth that when you go, you receive upgrades and activations and remembrances. And then she told me that her name was Mahaya, and then she referred to herself as a codex, which is something that you'll download later. But codex, for this context, it keeps information. And I saw her with the stars information, if you will, and she projected this hologram outside of herself that was infused in her auric field, and it was kind of like this big dome that she had over her, and again it was imbued with this golden energy, and it looked very much like the crystalline network, kind of like the crystalline core of Earth, but in this case of like star systems. And so if you could just imagine this really big bubble that was over her in the golden lights, and that there was these tendrils, electric tendrils that were running throughout the bubble. And I asked her why she was connected with the stars in this capacity. And she said, one, I do this to teach others because the stars are portals to one another. So she's actually teaching people how to jump through time and space through the stars. She said every time that she visits a new one, that she is able to immediately portal jump there. Okay, because again, they're all kind of interconnected, but you need to be able to step into that star system's energy fields in order to have it in your codex to bring it up when it's time for you to jump. And she also said, because I am a record keeper, she says, and I'm reading from my notes here, she said, because I want to say it exactly how she said, but she said, because I am a record keeper, stars do not last forever. It is important to keep their history. And she actually took me back in history, in time and space, and showed me where it was really beautiful. She was there for a lot of stars taking their last breath out of existence. Well, kind of out of existence, because the energy is transmuted as something else, and then, you know, they reincarnate in a different place in the cosmos. But as the stars themselves, she was there. And I saw her putting her hand over her heart, and she said, I will speak your truth. And it was just so beautiful that she was going to keep the memory of them alive for persons. And then she showed me where people out in the cosmos called her the Starfinder. And I said, oh, what is that? And she said, oh, I take them to go travel to the stars. And I said, oh, why are you doing that? Like it wasn't really computing with me. Like, well, what are y'all doing there? And it was really funny because she read my energetic field, and she was like, well, why would you want to go to Costa Rica? And I was like, oh, that's a valid point. Okay, because it's just a beautiful place, and I want to experience the culture and be in that energy. And she was like, yeah, it's the same concept. Not calling her like a tour guide necessarily, but she people would do type of exchanges with her. Sometimes they're like the type of monetary exchange, not money like we have. It's like a completely different system, or they would barter different things. But she would serve as a guide and portal jump with people so that they could go experience these different star systems. And I asked her where she was from originally, and she said Mintaka, which is a water-based planet. It is no longer in cosmic existence because some things that were going on with the Orion War. Okay, but there's actually a lot of Mintakan starseeds that are here on planet Earth. So if you want to learn more about that, you can do your own research about the Men Talking Planet, because that's part of your DNA heritage, your cosmic DNA heritage, and that might help you have some downloads about her life when she was there. And then she said, I'm really a nomad now. She said, I just travel around to all these different places and spaces. And I said, oh, do you have any traveling companions? And she said, yes. And then she showed me where she had, friends from across the galaxies that would go with her sometimes. And obviously the people that she was guiding. But then she said that she has this, we're not going to call it a pet. Okay. It's this friend that she has. And she picked him up, like scooped him up. And he was like this, I don't want to say like blob-esque creature, but kind of like this blob-esque creature. And he had these like two really big antennae that had eyeballs on the ends of them. And I was like, oh, interesting. I've never seen a being like that before. And I said, what's its name? And she said, Ralph. And I said, that's a very human name. I said, why are you calling him Ralph? And she said, Carmen, she said that would be a good connector for you to be able to see this creature in your mind space or in your imagination. Like if you're connecting with her as well, giving it like a human-esque pet name is going to make it easier for you to perceive. He has a different name, if you will, and I'm sure that she'll relay that to you when the time is right. When I was asking her why she was coming forward to help you in this incarnation, so one, she can help teach you how to portal jump through different stars. Okay? And this will be, an internal astral projection that you'll be able to do. But in receiving and utilizing this gift, you're going to get upgrades to your cosmic templates, be able to perceive information from beyond, like outside of this human incarnation. You're going to have access to intergalactic beings if you want as well, and you can get a whole lot of information from them throughout her travels. You're going to receive insights and downloads from the stars themselves, and she called them a council of spirits. And then you can also learn about stars from outside of our solar system, because she has a vast network that you can experience. And she wanted me to tell you to think of the earth and the moon and the sun. Okay, they are celestial bodies that actually have their own consciousness, and that can be part of your spirit team. Same thing applies over here with the stars, but she was saying most people don't see them through that lens. They're more apt to see like planets in that manner, but she said the stars have so much to offer us. Okay. So the best way to start with this gift is to pick some very popular stars, and I'm going to name some here. Okay. So we have the North Star, which is known as Polaris, Sirius, which is known as the Dog Star, Vega is the Harp Star, and then the Pleiadian star clusters are known as the Seven Sisters. But you can pick any stars that you want. Okay, those are just some ones that your higher self wanted me to share with you, okay, to get you started. But you can sit within meditation and ask Mahaya to come forward, and you can also ask Ralph, her friend, as well, and she will help you download the information and the energetic encodements for you to receive frequency upgrades from these stars. And then with anything, the more that you practice, the more expansive that this gift is going to become. And so I want to thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I hope you have an amazingly magical day.